Hi Uplifters, it's Ryla here, community lead, and we are joined by JJ from DappBack today, and JJ is going to be telling us about DappBack and what it's all about, and also a bit about yourself, JJ. So let's start with that. Thank you for joining us today, and tell us a bit about yourself. Are you a kid genius?
I'm a middle-aged guy, just an average dude. Yeah, so I'm here based in, my name's JJ. I'm based here in San Francisco, California. And yeah, I've been in crypto since, typical crypto investor since 2017. Recently, of course, became an NFT degen, and then, diving deeper into NFTs with my technical co-founder, Jonathan. We decided to build DappBack to, first thesis was we saw that NFT badges in general and crypto tokens were a great way to push the narrative of democratized ownership, and which means reward people for their contributions. And we believe that NFTs and crypto tokens will somewhat, in some way, actually replace all of the traditional ways that today's brands reward their contributors and early users and loyal members with, right? The typical traditional gift cards, electronic discount coupons. We feel like that's all going to be replaced in a more decentralized and a more transparent way. So yeah, off that, we built DappBack. And then, of course, along that came with creating reward systems, creating tasks, and a platform for people to interact and contribute. And yeah, at the end of the day, get rewarded for early contributions.
Cool, that sounds really good. So yeah, it's not many, I can't think of any other platform that offers like NFT rewards. So some of our community hopefully have been taking part in our DappBack campaign, where you join in, you complete some tasks, and then you can earn yourself an NFT. So if you haven't done that, make sure you do that. We'll be posting the links and things to our task journey in the bottom, at the bottom of the video. And what do you think is what's the goal behind DappBack? Like, why is it something you're so passionate about? What is like the end goal that you guys are trying to achieve with DappBack? I know you covered it a bit. If you speak a bit more to that.
Yeah. So first, I want to point out that there, I like to say there are a lot of platforms out there who kind of, whether it's, you want to call it learn to earn, one-off giveaways, campaign platforms, things like that, right? But how we differentiate, to also kind of tie in your question, is we understand that there's a lot of these platforms that help you bring traffic, right? Projects to bring traffic to their social media platforms, to their community in general, which we help with. But we want to also kind of take users on an entire journey, right? And what that ends up doing is we do simple social tasks like the other platforms do. Follow us on Twitter, join our community, interact with our community, share content, answer multiple choice quiz questions, learn about the value of whatever this project is. And then what that enables to do, which what we provide is, on-chain tasks or application usage tasks, where, it drives users to actually, use a project's protocol, application, buy their tokens, hold their tokens, things like that, where, it actually enables. So our goal here is to actually grab the traffic, right, and retain the traffic that we help also bring. So we realize that Web3 at the end of the day is still very new. Still very hard to understand, which is one of the biggest reasons me and Jonathan started this platform, building this platform, is to, with the big vision is to bring mass adoption into Web3, right? Web 2 and Web 3 is still all on the internet. And we want everyone to be able to be involved, but how does that start? It's it's to help them first understand how to use anything, right? And understand the value. So I guess that's kind of encompasses what we're trying to do.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's again like a really, really good idea. Like we love DappBack Uplift. Like it probably comes up on our calls every day. Like, oh, what else can we do with this? I think it's really good where it's really good that you guys have your own community that you bring to projects. It's like a two-way sort of relationship where you're both benefiting the project that create the task journey and your community are like benefiting. So it's great. And like I said, the incentive is really good. And the platform is really easy to use. It's not confusing, you know, and you can sort of like go from one place to the next. You can learn about new projects, like you might be completing Uplift's task journey, but then you stumble across like the next one that might be on there, and it just incentivizes you to keep going, right, and learning, which is really important, like you said, for adoption in this space, is to get more and more people sort of comfortable with the whole of Web3 and educate on it. So can you talk about the reward structure? So we know that we've got our task journey going on at the minute. How would can you talk a bit about how the reward structure usually works? We've got another one coming up, which is going to be a level 2. How can you give us tips, or our users tips, on how to like start stacking up their points?
Yeah. So if anyone here didn't know, there's 2 ways to use your coins, right? Your points that you accrue from completing tasks on any of our projects' task journeys. So let's just talk about Uplift first, right? Uplift so far has released, they just started with us. So, they just have a level 1 NFT badge right now. Right now, it seems like it's just a PFP badge. It's more of a badge of recognition for really early supporters, getting in, again, the first part of a user journey, right? Which is joining a community, follow, social channels, and just get more familiar, right, with what Uplift does and things like that. So you complete tasks, and then with only the coins that you complete with Uplift tasks, again, Uplift has their own reward system. So for their level 1 is their NFT badge, and then they're going to be releasing their level 2. Also, hint, some Uplift tokens maybe, and just to have more utility behind level 2. And so, you guys can look forward to that. And obviously, coming with that will be more complex tasks, with tasks that actually represent, more loyalty, with more engagement. So, and then what I was saying earlier is, there's the second way you can use your coins. We have a marketplace, right? It's our task and rewards marketplace, where we have multiple projects and all of their task journeys on our homepage, on our platform. So with the coins that you accrue from any project, you can also use those to reward it from our central rewards that we provide. We have NFT designers. We also offer different types of tokens, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's any of our projects tokens that want to sponsor it on there as well. You can go to dappback.com/rewards, and you can also use your coins across all projects there. So, and then to add to Uplifts, again, going back to Uplift or any project actually, is I suggest to you guys as users, the more NFT badges you hold, the more you hodl for a long time, there are more utilities coming, whether it's presented from us as DappBack, and also Uplift may want to surprise, let's say one day, a raffle or a level 1 NFT badge holders, thanks for your loyalty. Here is an airdrop of XYZ. And then for level 2, level 3 in the future, maybe there'll be, more exciting airdrops or more exciting whatever they want to surprise you with. So that's my suggestion is, rack up as many coins from completing as many tasks, and then, hold on to those badges, because seriously, DappBack, we, as you guys know, we're still in beta. We just got started, and there is so much more to come. And I think that's why Uplift is also excited as a partner. So yeah, rack up those coins.
Yeah, I definitely think that you guys are just getting started. Like that's something that we can't forget, is that you are just in the initial stages and you've already garnered such a big audience. So well done for that. And I think it's really interesting that you touch upon the whole, in future, we would be able to incentivize, reward our NFT hodlers with like an airdrop. There's definitely something that we would, look into later on. And this new level 2 NFT that we're having is going to have like a lot more utility than the first one. So if you complete the task and you get to level 2, that particular NFT is going to, if we detect it that is sat in your wallet, then that could open up a few little gated rewards for you. So yeah, that's something that we're working on at the minute, how to incentivize those hodlers. So yeah, thanks for that, answering that. The other thing I wanted to ask is, I know you keep talking about like other projects that are on DappBack. Could you share some of those with us? Like, just share them with our community. What other, you know, big players are actually utilizing DappBack at the minute, and you know what you can earn from them?
Yeah, you know, shout out to Uplift. We think you guys are an awesome big partner too. But yeah, I mean, you know, we work with all types of projects, right? We really want to help everyone, you know, again, mass adopt, understand Web3 and get into it, right? And how we do that is also provide tasks from projects that are in different categories, right? We have, for example, we have Shapeshift, one of the OG large decentralized exchanges. So you can get involved, and we're actually launching they're going to be releasing their own token incentives, hint, hint, and, you know, new levels as well, just like Uplift will be doing. We also have a layer 2 solution, right, on top of Ethereum, which is Boba Network. They've already released 3 levels with also on-chain tasks, and they're involving, you know, applications built on top of their layer 2 in their network. So driving on-chain task of using different applications. If you do that, you can also again achieve level 3, for example, and then they actually are going to reward with Boba tokens. So yeah, I mean, and then we have a large wait list. So coming out of beta, you guys can definitely anticipate a lot more exciting big and small projects releasing their levels, their tasks, their rewards.
Cool. So like you said, there's a lot more to come, and you're just getting started, and you do have some really big projects on there. So would you mind, if possible, would you mind sharing any sort of updates that DappBack is going to have? What's going to be different, like when you come out of beta stage?
Yeah. So I think one thing that will really set us apart in the near future, actually, when we come out of this beta, which, you know, it'll be in a month or two, but we're coming out with a self-serve dashboard for businesses, for projects like Uplift. So what that means is it's gonna make it much easier for everyone who's already waitlisted with us, and projects that are waitlisted, and of course future projects, to onboard themselves, create their own tasks really quickly, create their rewards, their own native rewards, blockchain reward system, which means more tasks, more rewards, more levels for community members, right? Whether it's, you know, our own exclusive DappBack community members, and then of course, which also entail all of our projects communities. So I would be really looking forward to that. And you know, what I like to say is, you know, imagine back in the day, right? Hopefully Uplift will become as huge as one of these large companies like today. Like, you think about Uber, you think about Airbnb, right? These consumer facing huge applications. I mean, even Facebook or whatever it is, right? Imagine if you were one of the early users, loyal contributors back in the day when they first started, right? Completed their early tasks, and then you're able to then, let's say, you know, fast forward 10, 20 years, seeing how big they are, and then you're able to say, like, you have it on the blockchain, you have it recorded, you have digital credentials saying, you know, I was one of the first users, I was a loyal contributor, and look at all the rewards I got from them, and that I can continue to get, right? I would imagine that you have the opportunity to be part of that journey for hopefully a lot of our customers, or a lot of the projects that host task journeys on our platform will, you know, let's bet that some of them will become, you know, large companies like them, right? So, you know, that's one thing I'd really be looking forward to. And also, you know, maybe DappBack will have a future airdrop as well for their own token. Maybe it'll be tied to how many coins you contribute, how many tasks you contribute, yeah, whatever it is, you know, maybe there's something in the works, but no guarantees, no promises, because I don't think I should.
No, thank you for that. So that's a malpa for our community. So yeah, collect those coins, collect those NFTs, make sure you've got them in your wallet, because they might get you some DappBack airdrop in the future. Where do you see yourself, like, in And DappBack, I know you've mentioned it would be sort of self-service. You just go on there and set up your tasks by yourself. What else do you see for DappBack? Say, like in my question was going to be 5 years time, but I understand how like 5 years time is like 2 decades in crypto. So where do you see DappBack in, say, 2 years from now?
Yeah, in 2 to 10 years, so not only are we, again, right, where are all the consumers going today, right? We all believe we're going into Web3, right? So what happens? Businesses are going to go where consumers go, which is Web3. So, I mean, even look at Starbucks, for example. Starbucks just released their own NFT branded reward system. So we also plan on expanding to Web2 brands, whether it's retail brands, Shopify online brands, maybe even influencers, right? They can start their own task journeys, their own blockchain reward system. And because they want to reach and engage us awesome Web3 community users, right? So that's one direction, that may be in the works. And to expand on everything else is, we know that you guys all have, in Web3 on the blockchain, you guys have your own wallet addresses, right? And with your wallet addresses, it's another part of your identity, right? Just like your email address, just like your phone number. But what the beauty of the blockchain, it's transparent. You can see, not only your financial transactions, but what we want to enable is you create your reputation, right? With your wallet address by, what tasks you complete, what levels you have completed really early in the days of these awesome, big, hopefully to become big projects. And then based on that, we also can see that projects like Uplift or any other project or brand can now be able to understand, hey, DappBack told us that these, or we can just see it transparently on the blockchain that XYZ segment of wallet addresses are this type of user, right? Whether they're bigger whales or also just more social task completers, and then maybe you guys can get actually relevant messages on the blockchain through DappBack. So I think that's one direction that you can see us going. Basically, just create a more engaging, community-based type of group community on the blockchain through our projects and their communities.
It's really exciting to think, actually, that when you sort of explain it that way, like how we could, or DappBack could target Web2 companies, I think it's like an easy win, right? For them, is like they've got a community that's there, the DappBack community that are like these little bounty hunters, task hunters, and it's like a little intro for them into the Web3 world. So I think it's a really good idea. And I'm looking forward to seeing DappBack evolve. And it's really exciting to be working with you guys. So I wanted to just let our community know that we have another NFT, so like a level 2, that's going to be releasing soon on DappBack. Do you know when that's going live?
That's for you to decide. You are our partner, and you can tell us whenever you want it.
See, I'm being told it's up to JJ, but yeah, within the next week we should have another NFT for you guys to win. So look out for that one, and that's going to have a bit more utility attached to it. So like JJ mentioned earlier, it's going to have like a bit of a reward attached to it. So if you're holding it in your wallet, there could be a surprise for you from the Uplift platform. So thank you so much, JJ, for joining us today. It's been really lovely learning more about DappBack, and I wish you guys all the best in the future, and look forward to creating more tasks for our community on your platform.
Awesome. Thank you, Shyla.
All right, thank you, JJ. Speak soon. Bye.